been here forever. So please say hi. That's a bit better. It's a bit better. We'll see. Okay, so we events on for two main reasons. Them on for socialness, so we can talk crypto because we're all weird geek in that way, and we like to talk about it. And because we like interaction. We like interaction, and we like the fact that next week is a social event. During a social event, everyone turns up, like as many conversations as we want. And then during these produced events, we try and have one conversation. However, in order to have one conversation, we need from you all. Listening. What's your name? Jamie. Thanks, man. We need listening, but if we're gonna have a question, what do we need? Dialogue. Questions. So, cheesy as you might think this is, I promise you, there's a reason we do it. If everyone identify their left hand makes a L, like this. Identify your left hand, wave it in the. I just want to see your left hand. If you don't, help the person next to you to find it. And I want you to just kind of hold it so it's like here. Honestly, just do it, and then shout out. I have a question. Say it again. I have a question. There we go. That's how we get a question. Now, if we don't say that, you also can just say, like, I have a question. You don't have to do this. But don't do that. This is what it'll sound like.
Are you having fun? It's okay. Really?
See, it's not as much fun. I know. They're like, I don't understand. So the whole point of that, I know that the first question is the hardest question, but I promise you, it's more fun if we have fun. So no pressure on things. We have a lot that we're going to cover, but don't be shy to ask questions because we're a friendly bunch of people. Without further ado, what are we going to talk about today? We are here to discuss kind of like a mixture of things. We have a little bit about travel. We got a little bit around disruption. We've got a bit about like living within crypto. All of these sorts of conversations. But as I was speaking with our speaker here today, earlier on, the main channel through all this is use cases and disruption the crypto brings. And we think it's really good because a couple of events. We had an event called Living in Bitcoin, which is like, do you earn, live, sleep, and save just within crypto? Allows us to kind of really think about how we adjust in crypto. And so the reason I like having Shane on here today is because Shane provides one of those companies that helps us to do that. So I'm not going to share anymore. He's going to introduce himself. We're going to have a full hour just opening this up. But if we can all please give our hands together and a warm round of applause for Shane, everyone. Thank you very much, man.
Thank you.
Why don't we just begin and just share so people understand? Who the fuck are you? What do you do? And why is it relevant to crypto in your own words?
All right, thanks a lot. Thanks very much for having me. Thanks for all coming tonight. I'm going to start prefacing this by saying that I'm a little bit nervous with this many eyes on me, but I like nerding out on this.
We're going to go easy on Shane and give him time. Oh,
don't be shy.
All right.
Yeah, so Travala.com, we've been around since 2017. We accept cryptocurrency as a form of payment, but we're an online track. We're a merchant at the end of the day, but yeah, we accept over 70 different types of crypto currently. We brought in 40 million last year, and you can do your flights, your accommodation fees all on crypto. And we actually opened up a more affluent clientele version as well. Our concierge.io. We are able to get your private flights, private island, basically your fully catered package. Crypto as well. So over 75% of payments are made in crypto now. And yeah, you know what, with each one of the crypto options, it acts as a bit of a marketing tool for itself. Which one of the projects has a unique following, and each one of them want to talk about what they're spending, where they're going. So each one of them acts as a marketing agent, not just a client to our service and our business.
Okay, so we're just going to unpack this a little bit more. Give me 1 second. We got Javier that's going to be going around as well. You do have questions as we go. Just kind of raise hand. You've gone through the drill,
but raise your hand, like.
Yeah, you gotta pull him in. So and the thing is as well, I'm just curious, who would consider themselves a total noob in crypto, like really early in? Okay, who would say you're like middle of the way? You can swim, you're okay, and you don't have to put your hand up, or you can. Who would say you're an OG in crypto? There we go. Some groups of tables together. That gives us a bit of an idea of where we're at. There's always usually about 40% that are new. We want to try and include everybody. So if something doesn't make sense, just try and ask as best as you can ask. We can ask. We can point us talking at this level, if you've here, and vice versa. So without you then, you said that if I was to use an analogy and say like maybe marketing, which is what Travail do, kind of like where Expedia would be, but mainly focused on blockchain on cryptocurrency payments.
Yeah,
I want to use
honestly,
it simple to know where it's different.
We're actually the cryptocurrency version of Expedia today. But what really attracted me to the company, we do our own cryptocurrency as well. AVA, that's not to sell and buy it, but just to give you a little bit of it is a loyalty program sent back on any of your purchases with hotels. If you stake it, if you're an avid traveler and you go and take the token itself, additional discounts on the platform, so you can get a % off. And if you're using the crypto, then you get additional % off. So grand total, if you're using Expedia, you're not going to find a price out there 13% off your hotel. Really attracted me to the company in the place was the white and what they're actually looking to achieve. So to this point right now, we are a well-oiled machine. We are capital. But what's really disruptive with it? We do look like an Expedia. The unique value proposition is diminishing. Mainstream adoption is currently happening with crypto. What we're going to be doing here in the near future is direct contracting. So going directly to the when a customer comes now to an agency, there are a series of intermediaries that basically come back on the cost of the client's travel. So it can be priced up to 40%, 40% with the amount of intermediary actually pricing in. So to give you an analogy there, Dan, instead of booking a trip to Miami and having take 5 stops and taking or unpacking your luggage each stop for $2,000, going to be giving you a direct flight to Miami for $1,000. So what's really interesting in direct contracting is being able to weigh in on relationships directly with the hotels, so that we can pricing accordingly. And back to the 70 different partners that we have with crypto, is we can actually engage and cross between the crypto communities, so the hotels itself, being able to offer additional discounts, being able to offer certain Web3 components. And for anyone who doesn't know what a Web3 component, it's like a fungible token, which is proven authenticity of, let's say, your room nights, tokenizing room nights, which actually has something has to be built in where you trade it on the secondary market, and it could have some money after your stay. So there's a lot of cool things that we can do once the direct contracting is available, and weigh in on those relationships.
So you're there that by using blockchain technology, you're talking about if I stayed with a whole, like I would normally get loyalty program points for staying in a hotel. You're talking the after effect of staying somewhere having some sort of residual value.
Yeah. I mean, these are endless with NFTs. A lot of it.
What are you NFTing there? You're NFTing me booking a space for 1 week.
So just to give you an example, you could travel passport, for example. A travel passport is something that represents the king. So it may not actually mean to the person.
It's nothing related to a vaccine passport, is it?
No.
No.
We'll leave digital.
Okay.
I'll leave digitalized.
Okay. Just checking.
Which I actually worked on in the past was digital identity, and I got out of it. It's, pretty weird. And I also started getting introduced to a girlfriend's friends as a firefighter.
Okay. So we got a questions coming up. Who's first?
Okay, who's first?
Buddy, yours. Tell us your name.
Spencer.
Hi, Spencer.
Hey. My question is, you guys gonna get into say like an Airbnb? Because I would love to rent my house out back in Canada for crypto.
Short answer to that is yes. So not us personally. Back to project back in 2021. A company called dtravel.com, which is going to be fully decentralized. So check it out. They're going to be going to beta, and they're going to be doing a wide share later this year. So yeah, in short, there is going to be an available answer for that. So one of the big problems with something like Airbnb and a centralized, it's all about the shareholders, publicly traded, right? They don't put as much value on the home clients anymore as much as they do the shareholders. What they're going to be looking at doing with dTravel is maxing the transaction cost at 7.5%. So that and is this thing at 7.5%, and not actually charging the home thing except for purchasing into the token itself. You be part of the shareholder community in the tokenized model, and you don't actually have to pay any transaction fees. It's going to be capped out at 7.5 on the client.
See your question,
Awesome.
Spencer?
Love it.
Cool, appreciate that.
Wait, next one. Buddy, you have one?
We'll come to you at the third. Okay, sir. Javier afterwards, the guy at the front. Cool.
Okay. What is you ready? Yeah. What is staking, and how does it relate to what you're saying? So like, what is staking? How can you get started with it? And yeah.
So staking actually exists when you purchase the cryptocurrency. So
I just checked. Is it Jimmy? Do you say?
My name's Jamie.
Jamie. That's Jamie. You mean like what is staking stop in crypto? Or do you mean what does he mean about staking?
So what staking full stop, and then what do you buy that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So if you purchase a crypto, staking is actually taking it out of circulation. So you lock up for a certain amount of time, which is to be which benefit the actual token model itself. It's out of circulation, so there's less sell side pressure on a token, which benefits the token. So by staking it, we have the ability to further discounts where it makes sense our business to balance out with the token initiation.
So pause that there. Jamie, did that make sense?
With your cryptocurrency.
Yeah, with our cryptocurrency.
So you incentivize people take it by giving them those benefits, and they take it out of circulation. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not unique to us. There's so many different platforms that have stakeisms for their token and their token appreciation. So for the longer that you out of circulation or promise to, you lock it up, the better the incentive is generally. But with ours, it's very travel specific, so it's a true utility to the token, and you do it because you're an avid traveler, because you want further discounts on the platform. You're not actually going to get it. You're not going to get a yield because it's not a security. We want to stay as far away as possible.
So go onto Coinbase and then I purchase Ethereum. How is that? Because I feel like that's not staking. So different from staking.
With staking directly on the platform, it's going to give you the ability. There is a wallet connect. So our cryptocurrency is AVA, and if you were to purchase that and you go directly to our website, right, we have the ability to lock it up, which basically takes it out of circulation for you, and it'll let you. unstake it at any time, but then you don't get that tiered model or that loyalty anymore as a holder.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. Thank
Does that
you.
kind of make more sense now? The another way that we like to think is if we all had a 1,000 maracas in here, that's right, and they're all whatever price they're at. If we took 500 of those maracas benefits, and there's only 500 left available for selling. So when companies make a token, anybody can buy it and sell it. But if you got a lot of buying and a lot of selling, you have a much more volatile price. If more people lock up more maracas and there's less on the market, then it's more stable the company because there's less being locked up, which means the coin that says more, it's got a longer term. Nobody wants to lock up the token. You could argue that no one cares about it. So staking is just one way that a platform buy and secure a better long term. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Okay.
Next one, buddy.
After the guy there, we got one at the front. Is that okay?
Okay.
Cool. Sorry, sir. I did promise you number 3.
Sorry.
Hi guys.
What's your name, sir? Hey, Bob.
I've had Travala token for about a year now, and I'm curious, where can we actually stake it?
You stake it directly on the platform. So if you actually there's on the right hand side of the user login, there is a place. I'll go through it afterwards if you like. There is a place gives you access to the wallet. You port it into the your AVA wallet on platform, and you can lock it up from there.
So you do have Travala on the wallet?
You would do it on the Ava wallet.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
That's okay.
Thanks, Bob.
Thank you so much. Sorry. So next one was here.
Next guy just now.
Oh,
Stop there.
I haven't seen any hands. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you very much, sir. What's your name?
Hi, name is Francis.
Hey, Francis.
You elaborated a little about the homeowners Airbnb, how it works. Can you how it works for hotel business?
So it's going to be a little bit different for the hotel. Because Travala is we started as a business. We wanted more decentralization into it. We're not well. I mean, the direct contracting is something that we've got somebody to go directly or integrate with the property management systems, so that we get direct access to the bookings. So when a customer comes to the hotel, they can ask that client repository, and it makes the customer journey and experience all that much better. And sorry, what exactly to elaborate on that
But
on the model?
It already exists. Do you have hotels?
We currently
Cryptocurrency on the platform?
We currently have 2.2 million properties on the platform, and then
Hotels or properties?
Hotels.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is the commission base?
Well, currently we're like Expedia, so we're a reseller of their API. We go directly to the hotels. When we have that infrastructure built, we're going to be able to negotiate the commissions.
So anybody on Expedia can accept as well cryptocurrency. Is that what you're saying?
Not through Expedia, they'd have to go through Travala.
So can I?
What is the relation with Expedia you're saying?
So yeah, we actually are we resell their inventory currently. Expedia.
Okay, I'm on Expedia. How do we get into Travala and accept customers with cryptocurrency?
So can I give
I hotel. I'm on Expedia. You say it's the same platform. How do I get access to Travala?
You may actually already.
So can I just a bit more?
Yeah.
You white in a way Expedia's database. Yeah. So everything that's on Expedia, to keep it really simple, whitelisted onto Travala. So you probably your hotel, the hotels you're aware
be
of,
listed on
will
Travala.
already be on Travala. But receive cryptocurrency. They are the payway. I pay him.
In crypto.
He in crypto. So
And
you
you mean dollars.
And we're gonna convert at the point of sale, so you get dollars. The reason that your hotel may not actually see Travala.com booking through the platform is because it's still going to register as Expedia. When we have those direct relationship, it's going to register as Travala.
No, all the partners from Expedia, if I get a booking, it says it's not Expedia. It says it's another partner.
Yeah,
so I
all of
can
ours-
see it. I mean,
They're going
see
to
it.
come through as Expedia.
So maybe the Expedia have got different levels of how you partner with them. Yeah. So he's
But
saying that
how can I accept then directly and be if customers pay in crypto, can I receive it in crypto as well?
That's something you're gonna have to set up on your own. As more peer to peer. With the way that we run our business, everything is going to be convert sale. We wouldn't actually be able to do that in a scalable way to have different clientele picking which cryptocurrencies they'd receive. Not at this time, anyways.
Okay. You're talking also about the incentives and discounts that you offer for more than Expedia. Where do you get the reasons to do that? Who's that?
The discounts that we're going to get relative to Expedia is if you stake AVA. So as we were talking about the staking stakeisms before, it's stable our cryptocurrency so that we actually are able to incentivize a discount and work in the negative because we're able to balance it off of our cryptocurrency AVA.
So it basically comes out of your pockets, the discounts. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Is that cool, Francis?
Yeah.
Thank
Brilliant.
you, Francis.
Thank you very much.
Thanks,
Cheers
Francis.
for sticking with that.
Someone more?
We had another.
Thank you, buddy. Name?
Pause.
Yeah, I'd just like to ask what kind of percentage returns you get for a year where you could go to like a so say stake something like a 12%. Can you beat that? Or what's doing it if you are someone who say owns a fly in fly out company where you spend multiple millions per year flying people in and out of sight? What kind of discounts are they looking at?
And so, can you repeat the question there? I missed the beginning of that.
So what kind of staking we're looking at? Because a guy could go on like a Nexo with a chain link and be guaranteed 12%. How are you going to make use worth the squeeze?
Well, I guess that's that's a decision that you can make on your own. We can incentivize up to 13% if you do it properly. We're going to do a % discount on the platform level, a give back, and 3 if you're paying with ADA. So 13%. But if you want to go and stake with Chainlink, then
they're totally different value propositions.
I'm trying to lead to the notion where like maybe a guy you could consider going to these companies that do a lot of fly in, fly out. It might be a market you want to hit because you could have a tiered system where you'd make a lot more money as they start staking millions with you because they spend tens of millions a year on travel alone for their clientele, their workers.
Yeah, and I mean when getting back into or launching more of the corporate travel, that's definitely it. So appreciate that.
I think about.
Absolutely.
Cool. Thank you, man. Just seeing, are these questions or are these wanting beers?
No, nothing.
You never know. What's your name, sir?
Hi, I'm Nicola.
Nicola.
So yeah, my question is I think we can say you're kind of crypto payment processor on top of Expedia, right? At this point.
At this point, yeah.
Yeah. So, are you thinking maybe that you can become a crypto payment processor for anything else, or are you moving more actually becoming Expedia just for crypto? Why I'm asking is because in this moment Expedia can model if they just decide to accept crypto basically. But if you go in direction to become a crypto processment payment, then you need to more others and
Yeah, and I mean, on that point, like I said, our value proposition is diminishing with mainstream adoption to crypto. So Fiat did start accepting Bitcoin and Ethereum and on it. We would have we're looking at radically changing and that's why we're going directly to the hotel. Something that Expedia doesn't have is they've got a client base. People that actually go and budget travelers that are going to be looking around for different promotions, right? They want to go and travel, but they want to do it. They're looking about where they're actually going to go and stay. They want to find the price deal. To the direct relationships is we now have the ability to the payment projects that we currently have. Each one of those communities has tens of thousands of people that follow them. And they like to be incentivized to use the projects that they've been following and they're holding token in. So we cross promote and cross collaborate with these with communities, and they act almost like a marketing machine. So that's something that Expedia isn't going to be able to have. They've got a client base that's going to travel and may use Bitcoin or may use Ethereum. We also have access directly to the crypto community to do a lot of these conversating for us.
Sure, but William, like if you become a crypto payment processor, like people would try to push you into all different projects to allow you to allow people to accept crypto of which you're part.
You know what? With some of these bigger platforms, so much bureaucracy, red tape that they don't necessarily. They're far enough away from actually accepting cryptocurrency. It is one of the things for Airbnb is to accept crypto right now, and they still haven't done it because there is a lot of red tape, and jurisdictionally it's quite difficult. So.
Is that because of all the different countries and the local regulations for those countries?
Well, I mean, Expedia, for example, started accepting Bitcoin back in I think it was 2006, and they ended up getting a massive fine for facilitating the movement of a sanctioned Cuba. So, I mean, they look at that type of precedent, and they need to be able to do that properly because there is a reputational risk by doing it improperly.
But if you are going to be the middle, they will accept USD at that point, and it won't change their at all.
And I guess like weighing in relationship with both the crypto community, but also and the projects that we serve. There's so many innovative projects that are actually working with Web3 development and like NFT projects, so they facilitate more of the partnership in with the hotels. Whether it's NFT creation, whether it's proof of attendance, like you can validate you're on the blockchain with some of our partners as well. You can do different giveaways and events and stuff like that too. So I do understand what you're saying. I do understand with somebody like Expedia and accepting crypto payments, but they don't have the ability to innovate much past that.
So there's a big difference here. I think is that Expedia is a big beast, yeah, and the big beasts don't move too fast. Whereas we're talking here that the common denominator was accepting crypto. Then if they accepted crypto, the business would be gone. But what you're talking about here is what there is let's say it's a younger, more agile. It's not it's a smaller firm. So
we can pivot really quickly.
You can move really fast, and you're talking about the difference about making fans, like crypto-centric company, not a travel company that then adopts. Probably like somewhere like Expedia will just your top Bitcoin, Ethereum, probably Dodge. Just imagine it, but they're just going to be like, hey, we take these crypto. Talking about like speaking to crypto fan base, offering them travel advantages, also making it a bit more cultural, I suppose, crypto cultural. Yeah. So that's the big different value proposition, and I think that's hanging your hat on. You're hanging your hat as a crypto person. I'd rather go you're talking my language more than I hate Expedia. I can't booking on Expedia, and I know we all have different views, but I do see it as a really old site. Although I've just realized I use booking.com, and that's not exactly a young site, is it? So maybe I retract my statement. Okay, I want to pick up just before 20 more questions. Go on.
One more.
What's your name, sir? Yeah.
Hi.
Oh, do you have a question?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah,
We could have just been looking at each other at the room,
having a moment.
It's okay.
Thanks so much. I'm my name is Sushil.
Sushil.
Yeah, so I'm a bit new to this, so I'm not so hard to articulate it. But it's about how exactly you mechanize the of crypto payments. So how do you make the conversion between the instant conversion between crypto and fiat? What mechanizes that? Is it via some sort of AI? And is there a spread? So like whatever, $1,000 worth of Bitcoin, am I getting $950 worth of fiat equivalent?
I don't know if I have the time to be able to. Well, I want to go into the or not the black box, but it's a deeper conversation for each one of these. But we do lock in the price for 30 minutes. So if you once you do lock this, then we'll take the spread.
So basically the risk sits in Travala.
We take on that business risk.
As this owner, I'm going to assume a hotel. I'm going to get paid exactly the same booked on Expedia.
Yeah,
because you're literally whitelisted.
Yeah, we'll be paying out in USD.
Yeah, so I'm going to sell. I sell Expedia at $50. I don't care how you. I'm getting $50.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, fine. Okay, so
they deal with the mechanic of accepting crypto, multiple security, the custody, the exchange, everything.
So the customer pays no spread. Yeah?
Guys, not going to pay this. Well, they're going to pay the transaction speed. The transaction cost is going to come from the customer. But they're not going to pay for the spread. No.
Okay, and is that mechanized an API through processor or?
Yes.
Okay.
I thought you were just going to say, yeah. That's all you're going to get today. Otherwise, you're basically saying, tell us your business model.
Fair enough.
Yeah, these are the secrets. You got drinks to find that out.
Thank you.
I've heard 5 beers, and he'll tell you the name. Yeah, he's from Expedia, by the way. All right. So, one of the things that I do know, Shane, which I think is really, really interesting, is Shane lost something really. This isn't a sad story because that sounds like a sad story. You lost something really important, although I bet it really pissed you off at the time. And I found it a really interesting conversation and something we talked about a few weeks ago. I want to bring it up. Tell everybody what you lost. I'm curious first. What's on people's minds? What can you lose that's painful but that's not like a loved one? Your virginity. Okay, we got. This is like in the UK we had a Gamely Fortunes, and it was like we asked 100 people what you lost that caused pain, and this is what they said. We have virginity. 4 more. Foreskin. I can see this is going. 3 more. Try and bring it back. Zone. You lost your ledger on a tragic boat accident trip. Oh. 2 more. What else can you lose that causes you pain? That's a good one. Okay, tell everybody what you lost. Your wife. Ledger. I lost my wife. The wife that had a ledger was having my foreskin chopped off.
Well, it was last year that I actually I was sitting in my bedroom and I was talking to you down in Chile. This is going to be a long-winded answer, actually. I was sitting and I was talking to somebody in Chile who would call a friend. I was going to hire him, and he was sitting on a winery, and I was like, "What?" He was
sitting on a
winery.
Winery.
Yeah, pedal on a winery, and a couple hours a day. He'd been traveling the world for the last 9 months on crypto, and it was last May. So I was like, okay, well, you know what? I need to put my money where my mouth is. I work for a travel agency. Hell out of here. I booked a trip over to Portugal. I was only supposed to stay there for three weeks, and hopping over the pond to Costa Rica. Went to Colombia, booked my entire trip with crypto. So my accommodation did Machu Picchu and all accommodation along there as well. Some zip line, and it was experience. But then I went to Cartagena. Cartagena, yeah, Northern Colombia. So I was in Colombia, and then I wake up to notification prompting me that there's some unusual activity on my visa, and that's actually right when I went and paid for something. And I was like, okay, well, flag me for that, but they didn't flag me for the 10 different gift cards that I had purchased from Nord. So I woke up to $5,000 in charges on my card. I had to cancel the card. So at that point, I'm without a visa. And
is this your only card that you have with you as well?
That was my, and I bank with CIBC and in South America, to find an ATM for the life of me that would give me. So I do everything on crypto, flights, accommodation, bill for groceries. I did some stuff in B with Bit as well. I found somebody at a crypto bar in Colombia that did an OTC deal with me as well. So it kind of freaked me out because I was walking downtown with a bag in Medellin.
We need to just pull it back here. We said three. We got three words there that I know that 50% of this audience think went. Okay, so he said the words Bitreef. He then said the word. Another word, and then he said OTC. What was the one you think that I thought was interesting? Doesn't matter anyway. We're going to start with Bit Refill. Who has no idea what Bit Refill is? All right, this is one of the coolest things that exist between Tor and the real world.
Bit Refill is a service that's Bit Refill is it's a service online that you don't actually KYC for, and you can buy. And sorry, when I say KYC,
Can we simply, Bit Refill sells vouchers for everything. I buy those vouchers, and they don't care who you are. Don't care about identity or anything. You want a voucher for Amazon, Netflix, Waitrose, like basically select your country, and then it really lists so much stuff. You can pay for bills, everything, and you just say, I want $1 voucher for shopping at Sam's. And then they go, this is how much. You send them the money, and you've got a voucher.
You can get your Apple products. You got Airbnb. You can get your groceries and delivery. You can get your Nike sneakers if you want.
So who was over here that wanted Airbnb to take crypto? Spencer? Somebody mentioned it. So if you're sat there and you want to use your crypto, and for whatever reason you don't want to cash out, you can just go on Bit Refill and get an Airbnb, which I think only started like Airbnb.com, and I think they did Airbnb.uk the other day as well. So you can start to use those. And I don't want to segue too much. Conversation came from a few words that were said. That's Bit Refill, and he did it to live.
That is correct.
All right. So then you said you met a guy in a bar. All good conversations begin. Yeah. And you did an OT with him, which could mean a lot of things right now.
So
how much did you pay him?
It was
that's a genuine question because I don't know what OTC means. Yeah. What is?
Yeah, it's an over the counter transaction. I was basically able to sell him cryptocurrency, and he was able to give me a bag of cash. So, and the reason I say bag of cash because $100 feel carrying around a wad
in Colombia. So OT, this is a really good point. Anyone that has no idea what OTC is, it's counter. It's the oldest form of trade. We have our low over the counter resident here. Javier. Within Player.com, we have a pretty large community. You can get it by accessing crypto.carmen.com. Basically, we just help people connect with other people. So if Javier here has, let's think about this. Javier here has got $5,000 because he sold everything he owns. He got $5 in cash, and he wants to buy some crypto, but he's got no technical expertise. Wants to give it to somebody. But it's Nacho here, and Nacho's got crypto, what do you need?
But
Classified. He needs cash. So OTC just means we just pair up. And it us, so you do it in a public space. You do amounts. He has crypto and wants cash. He has cash and wants crypto. So it's financial marriage that lasts no more than 5 minutes. They're good. So OTC means that, and he found the OTC deal in Colombia. I promise you can find OTC deals anywhere in the world. There's always someone that has a cash problem, and there's definitely crypto that have got crypto problem. So we're just connecting the two together. So well done. How did you?
There was I'm actually pretty blown away in Latin America how there's so many different bars and so many different restaurants that accept currency. So I was in one of those in a cafe doubles down as bar upstairs. So in the cafe, and which has these computer screens as tables that'll show the prices of the different currencies, so you can track it while you're working there as well. So it was a really cool place, and I went and talked to the owner, and the owner was able to set me up with somebody because I just said I can't get money here. Do you know anybody? So
that's really cool.
So
in Latin America as well, they actually have like crypto cafes.
They've got crypto cafes.
Like old school, when there was no internet, you needed to find a cyber cafe just to get a computer. It's the same thing, but
yeah, and they're gonna they show you the pricing in real time. They're really into the NFT scenes down there too. So they were there while they were doing one of these grand NFT giveaways. So it was pretty to be a part of the crypto scene when I was down there.
Awesome, that's really cool. Hi, no more questions. No one's got any more questions. Did you even ask? Yeah, he's also really good.
Exactly.
And, we can do Spanish here as well. Got a couple on the side here.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, actually, before we start, Spencer, how long did that last for? In crypto,
it ended up lasting for just about 2 months. Yeah, I felt like it was my time to make my way back to Canada and go get but then maybe I'll get back abroad.
And I imagine to Canada realize you can't buy anything with crypto in Canada.
Yeah, I got rid of my apartment and I sold all my assets. So I'm living out of a bag.
Freedom. All right, cool. Anyone else sold assets and moved to Mexico and living out of a bag? A round of applause. Yeah. Okay, Spencer.
Yeah, just to add to build on the questions here. Is there a way that they can track doing, say, flex? The big they. Is there around that eventually? Is there a plan for that, or is it like
check?
In the box they could find you if they really wanted to. It doesn't matter.
Are we talking about paying flight on his site using crypto and
flights and bills or whatever?
And you're talking about do if let's say the airline reported to the government, would the government know that you use crypto on his site to buy that flight?
Bingo.
I mean, kind of like any other booking engine, it's kind of a difficult question here because like when you're booking a flight, you need to be able to put in details for a transaction to go through, much like a flight company, and there's a certain amount of diligence that a hotel and the hotel industry has to do on their client to make sure that they're not dealing with any bad actors. So when you come to our seat, you're going to put in the passenger details, so they are going to know that you're traveling, but they're not they may not necessarily know methodology of payment.
Shane, I'm going to interrupt you here. I feel the only is what jurisdiction is company based in, and do you currently have to report any transactions to anybody?
My legal team would tell me not to. So I'm just going to tell you that we're in Dickens.
Okay. So
like
because also we got to work backwards. If there's let's say flight people report to there, they've got to then go to Expedia. Expedia would need to know that these guys are, and then these guys are in payments, which I don't know the reporting of the Caymans. Never heard of the Caymans or anything to do with Caymans. Sounds like a family.
Yeah, and sorry, I can't exactly respond to that because Meme is going to watch this recording. So
everybody say hi, team.
You have one more question too about that D travel. Is that going to be linked to, say, your bank account, or are you actually doing decentralized crypto to crypto? That's in my wallet.
Decentralized crypto. We're still going to enable fiat payments as an option, but it is you do full crypto to crypto.
Very cool.
Cool. Thank you, Spencer. Cheers for the. Sorry.
Begin. A couple of times this evening, you mentioned ADA. I just would like you to differentiate or confirm that ADA is I don't know, Cardano, no, or what?
So
Closer, buddy.
a Victor A. So we share 2 A's with ADA, but it's AVA.
AVA. Good. Thank you.
It's a very good distinction. Someone's going to message tomorrow to go, I bought Cardano. Where do I stay? Website. All right.
Wait.
Francis.
And I know.
Hang on.
I feel I know where this what the question is.
You're
here.
confusing. Travel is gonna be only for non this type of operations like Airbnb, homeowners who are no business renting out the space, or is D travel gonna be where and also going to hotels, whatever?
D travel's not going to be going to hotels. It's not in the short term, anyways. It's a different behemoth to tackle. The short term. That's what they're going to be looking for. Future is the Airbnb.
How they gonna differentiate hotel? I myself to D travel and say I have a rent. How they gonna know?
I mean, take it up with their team.
We're
working in companies of one another, so I can't really talk on their behalf.
Because what is happening? How it all started with Airbnb homeowners, and now they are bringing up with all kind of business in the travel industry. Booking.com and Expedia was the reverse. They only business type of hotels. They didn't want homeowners. They do everything now. So both Airbnb and Booking.com and Expedia are doing the full spectrum of travel industry. So,
and I'm sure that once they get to a service where they're fully operational, they've got their proven model, and if they're ever the size of Airbnb, then maybe they might look at expanding into hotels. Sure.
But definitely they're gonna start with only crypto to crypto.
Crypto to crypto, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Cool. Thank you very much, Francis. Before we carry on.
Amor, ¿alguien tiene alguna pregunta en español?
One more here. Do you know what's really funny? I just want to say this after doing these events for like a year. This is the most questions in like a fast pace we've ever had. Is it because it's all down to you, nothing down to the topic, the people? Okay, thank you. I should know that. Thank you. Okay.
Maybe stems from my concerts.
Maybe. It's really interesting people answer things sometimes because everyone just speaks whatever comes to their mind, and so different how it's received.
No, and I appreciate it as well because talking a lot of acronyms, so I could just breeze over people.
I've been into tax for years and find so many acronyms. The cryptocurrency is the most jargon-filled industry in the whole world. That's what I have learned. Thank you very much, Iris. So, what's your name?
Good, lots of jargons.
My
name is Jake.
Is that a British Jake?
It's a British Jake. Yes, yes.
All right, so there's two of us here. There's another one somewhere else, but he doesn't notified. Go for it, Jake.
You mentioned being kind of like a payment processor for crypto with Expedia. When I'm thinking of to use more crypto for booking flights or booking hotels. And that comes to my mind is getting one of those SIT cards from crypto.com, so I can spend my crypto with like flights or
Just hold the microphone a bit in your mouth.
or Airbnb. What are the benefits of going directly to Traveler instead of like using like a crypto card with Google Flights?
Yeah, and the crypto cards are amazing as well. And we're able to take crypto.com pay, for example, on our site. I guess the additional opportunity with coming to our site, if you're using one of the cards, is we also have our loyalty gift back. So you're gonna get additional in your wallet and give backs by using that. I know the incentives on the crypto.com pay on the card are really and especially more if you were to again their currency zero, it increases the give back. So if you were to couple that by coming to Travala's, you get a pretty big incentive on the back end.
There's also one more thing. Have you already got a crypto.com card?
No, I haven't tried getting one delivered to Mexico. Smart enough to get it delivered somewhere where they deliver more easily.
If you, there's always coming out here like you only have to. I've got some people coming out in a couple of weeks. You want to get the card ordered, bring it over. So there's always. I've had so much stuff brought over here because someone's flying somewhere, and you're like, hey, come into your house. It's about a kilo. It's white. No cares. It's fine. But I will say this one big difference. If you use crypto.com, everyone thinks it's really convenient. There's no fees, and there isn't. But their exchange rate, when you go from crypto back to stable, is shit. And they don't look. They'll just offer you the rate. It's not the same rate that you buy crypto. So you buy $1,000. You'll go from $1,000 to crypto pretty much at spot price. But when you go from spot price back to dollars, they rinse you. So you might not be bothered and you're happy with the convenience of it. But if you're spending like a couple of grand on flights and hotels and things, surprised how much the spread crypto.com take for that convenience.
And a lot in conversion as well, right? I mean, if you were to go and if you were to book a package, and let's say just for example, USDT on the network, we're getting $1 for that transaction.
Dan?
Yeah, I think it answers my question. Like you mentioned, two things. One, a crypto.com card gives you less flexibility with the spreads and the fees. When you're going to Traveler and it has 70 currencies, you can pick the fee for yourself.
Basically.
But I don't want to diss crypto.com. It offers you a lot of flexibility. You can spend it anywhere, but that convenience comes at a price. And the price is exchange rate isn't the best. So with anything, if you want convenient, you're paying for something somewhere.
Got it.
Cool. One more pregunta, Matt.
Hi. The other person.
Oh, he owned up to it.
Actually, it kind of follows on that then, and it's a very general question. Would you foresee a time, let's say, in the future where a lot of people are more backpacking but use crypto, like just generally traveling, like going from small place to small place rather than booking big packages and doing sort of big trips?
It's already happened. So we're strengthening the relationships and with the hostels, with hostel community. And you know what? Finding different ways to be innovative with them too, and having them proposal is for the hostels is giving as many access points for crypto as possible, being able to pick up their bar tab to be the co-working space, the packages that when you go there, the pre-purchase something like that, but using cryptocurrency to do so. So it's already in the cards.
We have not sure. Trying to remember your name. We have a guy with his hand. I'll take your mic.
Just a follow-up question.
Can you remember your name again, sir?
Yeah.
Sushil,
yes.
Okay. I really try my best to remember. Thank you very much.
Almost, yeah.
Sushil.
So a follow-on to the question about com. Just trying to see if I understand the logic with crypto.com. Wouldn't you have to be KYC'd and came directly to you? You could circumvent the KYC process and just use a DeFi wallet and purchase the tickets. So isn't that like a massive advantage?
Are you allowed to answer this question?
Eh?
To be on crypto, I'm gonna have to be KYC'd. Yes.
Yeah, and so you could have a DeFi wallet, and I could come to, or one could come to a Vala and just spend this money. Now, with the,
I also just want to just hypothetically, you could book and maybe someone for it. Like it might not never even come from your wallet. Somebody owes you some money.
So something like that, right? That flexible. Would that ever become a problem with regulators for you?
Answer the question.
Okay. Sorry, I keep asking.
He pleads the Fifth Amendment, which is the right to not fucking say anything.
The second time he avoided
3 times. I know.
So, one more.
Do you have a question, Javier?
There. No. I'm okay.
Bob's got a question. Oh, it's not. It's Bob's friend.
Hi, Tilo here.
Can you repeat that?
Tilo.
Hey, Tilo.
I followed the project since 3 years, and I very appreciate your weekly reports, regulation of this. This is not normal. It's not normal in crypto. And I saw a lot of things going for the AVA token holder. My question is, you earned last year around $1 million. Last $5 million. When do you have in mind to start something, to do something more for your shareholders?
You understand the question? He's basically saying you're making a shitload of money, and now I've noticed you're making a load more money, and I hold your token. I would like to know.
No. It's not a token. It's from the finance round, and I can understand in the early stage, dividend is not necessary because you are reject. But now you are in the later stage of your growth, and trust in your company to do more for the shareholders.
And you know what? That's a conversation that's come up in the past, but those aren't conversationally involved in, to be honest. So that's I'm probably the person in the company to be asking that.
Okay. Connected. Is there any plan for a exit strategy in future for the shareholders? Do you have to go public or buy back or something?
Maybe something that we take offline.
Yeah. I think we move that. It's not really a crypto question. Someone's invested in the company and is interested in the methodology for SEC markets.
Why not? I find early stage of this project.
I'm with you, but I'm just saying that it's not a question that involves how many people have invested in the stock shares of Travala. So it's one of the. I think we take it offline because then maybe you can have a bit more of an open conversation.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty sure whatever you say, you don't want to have recorded and published live. So I have a chat afterwards, but thank you much.
Thank you. No more.
You have a question, Javier?
Do you have Satoshis in Travala?
We actually just did integrate Lightning Network.
Good.
It's good.
Question.
We like people that integrate the Lightning Network.
That's good.
Let's just quickly, who has no idea what the Lightning Network is? 1, 2, 3, is that 4 people? Good.
That's good.
You want me to explain it? Lightning Network is for Bitcoin. I'm gonna keep it like that, but it's really fast and it's really cheap. What? You have a microphone. Oh, you're telling me. 1 second. No fee, transaction fee though. It's 1 Satoshi. It's still a fee. We can't say no fee.
Yeah, the transaction is per nothing, and it's instantaneous settlement. The beauty of actually Bitcoin is now you can transact in a bit of a Bitcoin called the Satoshi. So Satoshis or Sats are basically a derivative coin. So you don't want to put in 0.0000000001 of a for a transaction. You actually want to do something that means something else.
Great.
Does that make more sense now? I promise you this: if you're new into crypto, just don't bother about Lightning just at this stage. But Lightning's good. All you need to know. We want to work with Lightning because it means that they're using an independent crypto that's all the other ones.
Of chain transactions.
I've got a question for you.
I have one thing I find really cool about Travala is you guys accept different types of cryptocurrency, just Bitcoin and Ethereum. I think a couple of days ago, you just listed Gala coins as one of the payment options. What are criteria that you choose or to select the coins?
There's honestly, it's not a cookie cutter approach to who we're really going to accept. Obviously, as a merchant, we want it so there has to be a certain amount of wallet holders that can ultimately transact with the token, or it can grow into a meaningful project. Things that I really like about games, and again, like working with from these companies, they're going to be hosting massive gaming tournaments and events. So we're going to transact with Gala token. So not only can we actually the accommodation and maybe actually be part of the event planning team for itself, having everything transacted in Gala token makes a ton of sense, especially if going to be with their prize pool in Gala. So a lot of that we want to create as much of a community around as possible. So each one of the token partners are properly curated and they're there for a meaningful purpose.
Yeah, and their value into the work. Yeah,
and we want to add value to them.
And I think this is whereas in first I forget your name, sir, but you were talking about the guy next to Shishel. Yeah, so you were talking about like the difference. What if Expedia took on currencies? And I think this example here is just another example how a younger company is putting itself around crypto community. So like to where there's a Gala Games, accepting Gala Games and incentivizing those to kind of begin to work with Travala.
Yeah, and if they actually have, if they're having a community offsite, or if they're having a Gala tournament, and the action, or there's people are going to want to transact in Gala, then we can weigh in the relationships with the hotel and actually have them give a discount if it specific to Travala.com if transact.
Cool. I like that very much.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Sorry. That wasn't my point. My point was if you already have payment system set in that allows you to exchange crypto for E and pay on Expedia, you can use exactly the same system for anything else. That's what I was referring to more than just like getting out of business.
I understood that second point, but that would be a very different business that they're in. So I see what you're saying. Become one that is the platform that enables full payments for any industry.
I think you would be able to like all the different platforms and for it to be pretty much the same, they would still accept the USD for a payment.
But then you could argue there's already tons of crypto payment platforms out there.
For sure. For sure. Honestly, my question was because I just thought that you may came to the solution to the same problem just from the other perspective, trying to build something specific for one and then go on all other, because most of the now they want to go to all the platforms in the first place. So I just thought you took a different approach and wanted to build something specific first and then go to the all other different.
That's cool. Okay.
Platforms. Yeah.
So, do you want to respond to that? We're good.
I think
we'll leave it there. Otherwise, we'll pull it away too much. So, I want to just bring it back. We're into the last 10 minutes now. Let's have a seat. Yeah. So, the reason why I I wanted Shane to come up today. The reason why I think it's really good is this beginning thought process of like real use cases of how we're bringing together business and how these are acting to have the groundwork for disrupting different industries. Because that's how you originally got into the thing, is because you were interested in the disruption piece more so than anything else.
Honestly, the next 12 to 18 months are going to be really interesting. We're going to be able to make a real name for ourselves in the travel industry by going and weighing in on direct relationships with hoteliers and also the crypto communities that we focus on. With the evolution, everybody's learning the space, but you're going to find out pretty quickly in the tangible token. You find out pretty quickly that they're not just JPEG image. You can pack in so much utility into these things, and you can collect so much data to know who, not necessarily who's transacting, but basically get general information and statistics on the use case of a digital token or on that authenticity of your ownership. I got off a call earlier with a company that's tokenizing or they're creating NFT sales. So I don't know if any of the scalper in the past, and then you walk up to the door and they've sold you the third iteration of that ticket. They just printed off 100 of them. Well, now you have the authenticity of that ticket. Now you can pack so much more into it just beyond the. If you want to have drink giveaways, buy a ticket and then you pack in three different drinks, then you're able to see where that ticket holder is spending, which bar they go to, what they're going to be drinking. So you can collect so much data based on the ticket, the actual NFT itself. And that's kind of just reference or give you an idea of what we could potentially do with tokenization of room nights, with events, but to know who's coming to your events, and general statistics on where they're coming from, they're spending their money, so that you can really cater to them in a more meaningful way.
So just to chat a little bit, just so I understand, in order for someone to have any, from my perspective, it's going to be some sort of image with a QR code. How I bought it and whether it's on the blockchain is not something I'll see. I'm just buying a ticket. So then imagine both the ticket, the event space, and these bars in question. They would all require the functionality to be able to scan that ticket and verify it their end that it's genuine.
I mean, tickets that are already operated on a QR code, so it's really not much different to what they're currently doing. Everything else would just be done.
But then, what would prevent, if I could print it, prevent someone printing and copying it?
Because it's going to be verifiable to the that you're going to be holding it in. So it's not necessarily something that is going to be emailed. It's something that you would actually hold to your person, specific to the wallet that's with.
But I'm just wondering if something, and this might be a bit too technical, but it's like if you're going to go and buy a drink and they're going to scan something.
May I be able to sign it with your hot wallet and they will just reduce it?
So then the actual use case of it is more so use case. I'm going to go and do something. I go where I'm signing that, yeah. Therefore verifying that I own.
Yeah.
That's
it
the
makes
bit I
sense.
was missing.
It makes sense because signing is free, so it's super to sign.
Well, as long as it's not on Ethereum.
No, even on Ethereum it's free.
Is it just
sign is free?
No gas fee.
I mean, signing transaction with your private key. That's it.
Okay, that's cool. Thank you very much. Spencer at the back, this might be one of the last questions. If you do have any more questions, let us know, because we're on 7 minutes. We're good.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Loving everything you guys are talking about. It's really exciting. I'm wondering if there's anything that you could divulge that your board would be something that you're innovating or working on. Really interesting that we'd all like to hear.
Well, we did actually. So we've signed a partnership, metaverse. So we are going to be going live within the metaverse here at Zen, and we have a couple more in the pipe for that.
By metaverse, do you mean?
Did
you don't mean? I don't say the word, but the other word that used to be blue and had a book at the end. You don't mean that.
No, we're not.
So you're talking about the word metaverse as a big collective term for digital
into a virtual world, yeah.
So who did you sign
a company called Network? So they're basically blockchain. They're very interoperable. They've got a 50 kilometer by 50 kilometer map. They've already built out pretty well in stealth. They're flying under the radar, doing a really good job. They're built real engine, and their scale launch is the end of the year. And Travala is going to have a virtual headquarters in there.
Very cool.
What's the name of that space? Network.
Network. NEVRK.
Oh, I've got their token. Network. Yeah, I heard about them a long time ago. Okay. That was one of my early pumps.
There's a lot of cool things that you can metaverse from data analytics as well.
They're doing a lot in the adult spaces, right?
What's that?
They're doing a lot on the adult space, which I've got questionable views over, but we'll leave that for now.
Yeah.
Shahil.
Sushil again.
Shahil.
Question for you. What's your expectation? Like, what do you expect to achieve out of being in this metaverse? Do you expect customers to look to you digitally with some sort of VR camera? It might be a silly question, but I'm still
okay. So there's a lot.
Valid.
There's still a lot that needs to be done in the metaverse before it reaches any sort of mainstream, right? If you go into Intraland right now, the only people that are really going and interact Centraland are kind of like these play to earn. So meaning you spend more time in that digital space, you tokens from being there. Kind of like the way that monetizes your time. No, if I were to back up out of travel and say in Web 2 when the pandemic hit, companies try to create their own engagement within a company by having happy hours. I don't know if anybody got on a Zoom happy hour, but you basically have 30 people that are trying to talk over one another, and you're basically on an elevator, and you don't want to. There's certain things that you want people to hear, so you're having elevator talk for half an hour, and then you get off, and you're like, oh, thank God that's over. But now,
sorry, why are people doing this?
Because you're basically on the virtual happy hour with your when
happy hour meaning buy one free.
Happy hour meaning like you're having I don't know if anybody had company, but everybody grab a drink and we want to test the level of we basically just want to bullshit. We don't want to talk about work. We just want to get to know you. But you can't necessarily do that on a happy hour. Now let's take into Decentraland where Bud Light just announced that they're opening up a bar there. You number one have to prove that you've 21 if you want to get the giveaway for the beer that can be shipped directly to your. But now you have a virtual space that you do the exact same thing if you're on a decentralized team where you haven't met anyone, and you can go and talk to the very people that you'd want to socialize. You can be in a circle discussion, go over to the wood and have a session. And your conversation is going to be proximity. So now, if you were to, there's so many different use cases there. But if you were to take into, let's say the travel industry for there's companies put so much money into the prioritization they have for different room types, right? So if you're able to go into the metaverse, people can go and walk into the Hilton and see what you'd actually see from that location, and then you can book it in real life because you already physically stood in that room. It takes so much data analytics itself, and then you can prioritize your room nights based on that too. So probably something that I give a little bit too much information.
So in the travel industry, would that be one of the main things, like being able to see a room and feel like you're actually in the room?
You're only doing that to see if you like it.
Yeah.
That's like a virtual tour of your holiday room, and if you like it, you'd go and book it.
Now, is this all going to be predicated on eventually every person in the world owning a VR headset?
Well, I mean, anybody that's any conversation with different metaverse projects, they all want to start with desktop because it's pretty. It's not safe to assume that everyone have a VR virtual headset. A lot of people are going to want to do this over desktop, so it's going to be interoperable between the two.
It's going to be over desktop. You're going to be like, you said it'd be proximity based. If you're a bar, you use the Budweiser example, right? So you would navigate with your mouse or your keyboard to another person.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, to their avatar. And I think.
Unless we're in Ready Player One territories and we have a bi-directional run.
Do you think you'll ever be doing anything like as far-fetched as selling digital holidays, or we sit in front of their screen and go on a digital holiday? I'm just how far.
I really hope we never reach that space. I hope it doesn't come to that. We're banning that question. It's fiction though, but I don't even want to think about it. If I'm like, what did you do last week? A digital holiday for the week. It was great. Lots of places. I had a great time.
Thank you.
That's a good question though. I like that. Okay. So on with any final questions for Shane? Travel and disruption.
No more. Spanish?
No? We got any Spanish questions?
We are done.
I'm just really curious. I do always ask this. Is anybody here other than Javier actually from Mexico? 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Here that is non-Mexican. If you are Mexican, would you put your hand up again? Sorry. Just so we can say thank you and give them a round of applause, because it's always everyone that is non-Mexican that comes here. Thank you. Because and he's on nicely, because we are a bunch of expats living in someone else's country, doing the best we can. Within crypto, there is one thing that crypto that nothing else does, and that is the ability in a very short space of time for a life-changing situations for where we are at. And so I want to bring sooner than we can. I say this every week. This says tips. It is not a tip jar. One of the things that we do here is we partnered with a local charity run by a lady called Edith, and she gives education to people with disabilities. And she could only afford to pay her teachers 2 days a week. The government does not support the education of people with disabilities at all. So she started this school because her daughter was quite heavily, and so she started a school for education. And so I said, what would it be that you would love the most? She said, I just want to pay my teachers 5 days a week. I said, that's it? She said, yeah. I said, how much is that? She said, it's $550. So every single month, we give her $550 to make sure she can pay for her teachers 5 days a week. And this jar here helps to contribute towards that. No matter how much you put in or don't put in, we give her $550 every month. It is our hope that these crypto communities, because they've changed your life within crypto. So many of you are not Mexican and you live here. It's the small little gestures that we can begin to do. And so Joy tonight is free of charge. We didn't charge any. You can put whatever denominations you want here. They get passed directly to Edith and her charity just outside of Playa del Carmen Centro. It's up near the highway. It's greatly appreciated. So please, if we can pass this around here, it would be beautiful. With crypto, if you want to go on Crypto Del Carmen, there is a donations button, and that's all we accepted for a long time. And you know what happened after 6 months? Guess how much we got? Nothing, because none of you want to let go of your crypto. So everyone just gets the cash, and we were like, no, we're a crypto club. And as soon as we got a jar, I promise you, it's funny. And we're like, oh, fuck it. So just put cash in and crypto. Drop your lead with your pen. And we'll just take a small donation out of it, plus a management fee, a tax fee, and a next fee. So if you can pass this around, please, and for charity, if we can give her a round of applause, she does, because if it wasn't for things like her, then these no education. So a round of applause for Edith 30, please. Thank you, guys. So we're coming to the end of our session here. Shane, I want to say a big thank you that you have shared. Honestly, this has been the most questions that we've had from anybody. So you've enjoyed tonight very much. If you've enjoyed what we've talked about tonight, and Shane, let me give Shane a bit of applause, please. Because we really want to have if we really want to be in crypto and have crypto accepted and done more, we need more companies that are trailblazing and leading the way, making mistakes and trying to working out where NFTs fit into all of this. So really appreciate that, Shane. Thank you very, very much. And
I appreciate you guys. Thanks for coming.
You are welcome more than anything. And this that we're at here is called Zitlasiba. Who has never Zitlasiba before? The place you're sat in. Awesome. And if you have been here, sir, we are really, really appreciative of these guys. Purely because only when we got the last place shut down and we had no home, we had someone in our community and say, hey, I have a bar. Would you come and do it here? So these guys are really into crypto. You can pay for your here in crypto on the Lightning Network. I set it up. I think Javier helped them here do that. So please, if we can, awesome. Yes. So for yourselves and these guys at the back, everyone at Zitla, please raise your hand. You guys can look to the back and give these a round of applause for letting us use their space. We are really appreciative of it. Thank you so much. Look at this. See, this is what we can do as a community. You would be able to how much this helps to go towards Edith and her charity. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Shishel. So I've been asking this every week. Is anybody a creative person that does drawings and paintings and shizzle like that? Anybody uses papers and crayons? Nobody. God, you're all so nerdy. Someone at the back. My lady, do you live here? How are you here for? 2 months. Have you just got here? How much more time are you here for? I'm going to ask you a better question. Can you draw on this and make it look pretty? Babe, I don't want it to say tips. I'd like it to say giving or charity, and I'd like it better than that. It's not your forte. That's cool, but somebody at some point is going to be like, yeah, I do. I need colors. I don't want to speak to do with your finger. I will get you colors. Blue. Very specific. You just want blue.
Every week. Or a Halloween or what color?
Okay, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. Message you. You tell us what you want.
Ah, okay.
We'll get that for you, unless you have it, and then. But it needs to be something that doesn't just wipe off.
Okay.
It's nice. Is that possible with acrylic?
Yes.
Do you know what? I trust you. We're gonna take the money out. Let's. We'll collect. If you're here for a little bit, I would really love that to look prettier than what I do.
Okay, I think I can do something.
Yeah, I think you can. I think your name?
Joanna.
Everyone, Joanna, a round of applause for putting her hand up. I promise you, I won't get you to do much more. All right, 2059. We do a prompt because otherwise these things just run on. So I think we've come to the end of our session. We wouldn't have this event space if it wasn't for guys. We wouldn't have a team if it wasn't for. We wouldn't have a topic if it wasn't speaker, but we wouldn't have a conversation if it wasn't for you. I really, really mean that. So for everyone that is here, for yourselves, for our team, and for this place, one last time, a round of applause. I hope you enjoyed Crypto Armand's 40th dinner, and we will see you again soon. Take care, everybody, and G, if you want to put some music on, man. Just as well for tipping. These guys don't get paid very much. Make sure you pay your bill. Thank you very much.